songs. And Andy was making a good point the other day. We pretty much completed an entire album in just half a year, which is kind of crazy. But one of those songs we wrote is called Holy is the Lord. We introduced it to you a couple weeks ago, and I'm excited for you to hear Andy lead that today. But would you please help me give a big, warm, central welcome to Andy today?
It's such an honor to be with y'all today, and I love this song that we're about to sing because it reminds my heart that what we're doing right now is not confined to this room. We're joining with the song and the sound of generations of angels around this room.
Is that when I'm not making anchored time to sit with God and remember who God is and trust Him in my life, when I'm not making that time a priority in my life, what happens for me is I start to see unfairness all around me. But when I'm making time for God personally as a priority in my life, I don't focus so much on the unfairness all around me. I focus more on the fact, God, what are you trying to teach me? God, what do I need to learn in this season? God, how are you going to move through this so I can move on to the next chapter of my life? It's when I take my eyes off of God that I see unfairness everywhere get exaggerated to me in my life. So she comes to Jesus. She's like, it's not fair. Second thing is, some translations kind of word it this way. She says to Jesus, do you care? Do you care? I think we all know that feeling, like, God, do you care that it's hard? Do you care that I'm holding this family together?
Hello bookish friends, welcome back to the vlog. I don't think I filmed for this week's vlog in a couple of days, so it is Tuesday, September 24th. It is National Percy Jackson Day. Well, not really, but I'm calling it National Percy Jackson Day. I just got done with being at my library / the coffee press because I was editing some videos for you guys today. And so hopefully those will come out before this video, and if they do, they will be up above or down in the description box below. But anyways, since it's Percy Jackson's birthday, for the book that is, we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble. I already reserved a copy for myself at my local Barnes & Noble yesterday when I needed to hang out at my house, or out of my house yesterday because of our maid. But yesterday when I was at Barnes, I was able to request a copy of it, so hopefully my edition of it has the red sprayed edges. We shall see, but we're gonna leave right now and we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, so come along with us as we pick up my hold of Percy Jackson. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read the newest installment. I'm curious to see if Rick Riordan will announce book number 8 today, or if he's gonna do it later this week, because there's 3 quests for this new series, so we gotta have a 3rd installment. We shall see. Come along with me. Okay, bookish friends, we're here. Let's go walk into their favorite place ever. The doors of house. Wednesday. I never know the days whenever I come on camera. Happy Wednesday. As you can see, we are out walking dogs. I've already ran Rocket on the grass field, so now Angel is my cool down. And it's a beautiful sunny day here in Vegas. I just finished Amari and the Great Games by BB Alliston. And oh my goodness, I loved it. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It didn't give me a 5-star feeling for some reason. And I can't place my finger on what didn't make it a 5 stars. But after finishing the sequel, I decided to jump into book 1. Leave it. Angel, leave it. I decided to jump into book 3, Amari and the Despicable Wonders by BB Alliston. This will be my 99th book of the year, so let's see if we can finish it today before work. Hello bookish friends, welcome and welcome back to the vlog. As you can see, we spent the morning cleaning my room. My room is still kind of messy behind me, so don't worry about that. But before I put this stack of books away, because I don't know if you saw it in my time lapse, but I didn't put these books away because these are my Barnes & Noble book haul. I can't remember if I showed off the books I got on Friday last week, because hello, it's like almost a week later. But I thought, why not just do a giant haul in the vlog? If not, I'll make it my own video. So yesterday was the release day of Percy Jackson's newest installment, and when you bought the Percy Jackson book at my Barnes & Noble, I got these cool pens here. This one has the logo for Percy Jackson TV show. It's Disney. It says Disney, Percy Jackson, and the Olympians. This one says Camp Half-Blood, which is really, really cool because I love this place, even though it's fictional. And then this one has the whole actors and actresses on it. So it has Walker, Aaron, and I forgot, oh, Leah. I almost forgot the girl's name, but I didn't. Love this cast, love this crew. So, of course, without further ado, before I show you the other books I got on Friday, but this past Tuesday was the release date for Percy Jackson and the Wrath of the Triple Goddess by none other than the king himself, Rick Riordan. As you can see, it's a Barnes & Noble exclusive, which I don't know what part of it is exclusive. I mean, I know the sprayed edges is exclusive, which I don't know how to feel about this one, because I was just talking with one of the coworkers at Barnes & Noble, and we were both agreeing on how we both don't love the sprayed edges. Like, they look nice, but it's just kind of weird to have it on a sequel because book 1 of the spin-off series didn't have sprayed edges. And the cover matches, which is amazing. But, like, why would you do sprayed edges for book 2? I don't know. But it's pretty cool, and it was also 20% off too. So I'm so happy that it's a new release and it's already 20% off. I can't wait to read this. This is like my 100th book of the year, I think. Or this will be my 100th book. Spoiler alert for what I'm currently reading. But yeah, very stoked to have this in my hand. I am literally starting this tonight when I get home from work. I should have started it yesterday on my day off, but I didn't. Also yesterday, for a new release that came out yesterday, was The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig. This book here is so stunning. Like, I don't think my camera can, like, show you how stunning it is. Like, look. Gold sprayed edges all around. And then, let me take my receipt out real quick. Stunning end papers. And then on the freaking hardcover, you got gold foiling. And the spine, immaculate. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sorry, Camila. But yes, this is a YA horror / fantasy standalone novel. I read multiple books by this author and really loved them, so I can't wait to read their newest installment. And what's funny about this one is because This one I got confused with another book she has. I thought this one was coming out in 2025 and not 2024. So I was shocked to see this one on the shelf already, but it was just my book brain getting confused with the release dates. But nonetheless, I'm excited to read this, and you might see this in my October TBR. Also, I got another new release yesterday, or actually I got this on Monday, sorry. I got this on Monday, and this is Star Wars The High Republic Tears of the Nameless by George Mann. I hear this is the creepiest and saddest book out of all the Star Wars books so far, and I don't know if I'm scared, excited for it, but I can't read a summary for this one. Just know it's not a Drew's Ambitious Reading video without me mentioning Star Wars. I just read one of them this month, so I'm hoping to read the next one either this month as well, or whenever my audiobook hold comes in, because I love listening to these as audiobooks. It's a full cast with sound effects and music and everything like that. It's so fun. So this came out on Tuesday. And then another one that also came out on Tuesday, but I bought this one on Friday of last week, and that was This Fatal Kiss by Alicia Janoski. This is a YA fantasy romantasy standalone, and this is a sapphic and polyamorous romance in here as well. It's spirited away with a whimsical romantic fantasy filled with dark magic and flirty polyamorous romance. Very excited for that. The reason why I said I got this on Friday and I got it early, because I thought on my new releases list it says September 17th. But according to the author and also Amazon, it says September 24th. So it came out yesterday. Also, look how creepy this is. If this is not a book for fall, I don't know what is. So yes, very excited for this one as always. And this is a standalone novel too, so I don't have to worry about reading the sequels. Then on Friday of last week, I know, confusing, but on Friday of last week I went book shopping with my friend Liz, and I bought Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. Stunning sprayed edges. I love how they look. This is probably going to be my next read. I'm very curious to see what this one's going to be about. I think we follow Arthur in this one, and if you know, you know. If you don't, I'm so sorry. But I love The House in the Cerulean Sea. That was a 5-star read for me, and it actually made me cry, so I'm nervous for this one. But yeah, when I saw that there were sprayed edges coming, I was like, yes, please. Speaking of sprayed edges, I caved in and I bought the games Gods Play. Gosh, that's hard. That is a hard title to say. This is the games God Play. This has stenciled edges this time around. Like, what the heck? How stunning is this? And then there's beautiful artwork on the end pages. Beautiful artwork on this one. And I don't think... Oh, there is something on the front. I forgot. There's embossed symbol on the front with the San Francisco Bridge. Very excited for this. I hear if you love Percy Jackson, you will love this one. This deals with gods and Greek mythology, obviously. So very stoked for this one. I hope I love it because it was super expensive. This one and Somewhere Beyond the Sea were my most expensive books I bought this month. And maybe this year too, but these two were my most expensive books I got this past week. And then Monday, when I went to go pick up the Tears of the Nameless, I saw that Barnes & Noble had a buy one, get one 50% off sale happening. So I got some paperback books here. One of these I'm very excited to read. I think I'm going to save this for October. This might be a perfect book to read for my friend Lori over at the Chatty Bookworm. She's hosting a readathon called Chiller Thriller Readathon. And so I think I'm going to save 5 Survive for that by Holly Jackson. Spoiler alert for my September wrap-up. I just wrapped up the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and oh my goodness, I loved it. So I'm excited to read all of Holly Jackson's books now. I do have her newest one, The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I have that one on my shelf as well, but I don't know. Maybe I'll read both of them in October, or maybe I'll read this one in October and then read The Reappearance of Rachel Price in November. Who knows? This one, I first heard about this book from either Lala over at Books and Lala or Alex from Alexandra Rosling. I'll leave both of the ladies down below, but one of those two ladies I heard about this one, and that is How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying by DJ D'Angelo Rexler. I am so sorry for butchering your name. It's so easy to say too. Anyways, I'm very stoked for this one. I hear this is a cozy fantasy with a bit of comedy in here, so very excited for that. And when I saw that it was on sale for the buy one get one half off, I was so excited. I was like, yes please, this has been on my wish list for a while now, and the cover for book 2 just came out as well recently, but book 2 won't come out till 2025 sadly, so I'm probably going to save this for 2025, that way it's closer to the release date, or again, I might read this in October or even November. I feel like this is a good book to read in the fall. Another book I feel like is very good to read in the fall, and I know everyone and their mother has read this one, and I haven't yet, and that is The Very Secret Societies of Irregular Witches by Sangna Medina. I am so sorry for butchering words. This is a adult fantasy standalone novel, I think, or it's the first of a series. I think there's a companion book coming, so I don't know. So we shall see how it goes. This is a warm and uplifting novel about an isolated witch whose opportunity to embrace a quirky new family and a new love changes the course of her life. Sounds good. I know everybody is loving this one, so I'm happy to say that I have a copy of it now. And the last book that I got was I'll Have What He's Having by Abby Corman. This is the same author as Kiss and Tell and The Breakup List. I love Kiss and Tell. That was my first book I read by this author, so I'm excited to jump into his new one. Again, this was one of my most anticipated reads for the month of August, and it was buy one get one half off, so when I saw that sale, the sticker on here, I was like, yes please, let's get it. So, and then one more book to show off is The Girl with No Reflection by Kishi Cho. This is a YA fantasy standalone novel, but it's chunky too, so I'm nervous for that, but I can't wait to start this one. This morning, or last night, I was in a really great reading mood, so I decided to finish. Well, I actually finished it this morning, so let me backtrack. Last night, I had a really great class at karate, and I wasn't tired yet, and I don't work until 12:30 today, so I was like, let me see if I can stay up a little bit later than normal and try and finish my current read, which my current read was Amari and the Great Games by B.B. Alliston. I did a reading update while walking the dogs, and I mentioned that I finished this while walking the dogs because I was listening to it via audiobook, and oh my goodness, what a great ending. I loved it so much that I actually jumped into book 3, and I'm already like 60 pages into book 3, so I'm hoping I can maybe wrap up this series this week, and if I do, that will be amazing. Actually, I lied. It's not a completed series yet. I believe there's going to be 2 more books after this one, so if there is, that's going to be amazing, but if there is going to be amazing, but the wait in between 2 books are going to be hard. So I just read this one this week, really enjoyed it. This was actually book 98 of the year for me, so 2 more books and I have completed my reading goal. I love this one. I love a good competition setting in here. If you have a competition with either just like games and puzzles or even just like an actual deadly competition setting, I'm sold. You got me hooked on right away, and this is what this book was. I do wish we got a bit more of the action of the games instead of the politics, if that makes sense, because this is a middle grade. I do love the found family trope in here as well. Elsie and Amari are great friends with each other, and I'm excited to see where their friendship goes in book 3. And like I said, after finishing book 2 while walking the dogs, I started listening to book number 3, Amari and the Despicable of Wonders. I actually bought this yesterday as well, so I should have put this in my my book haul that I just made. But anyways, I am 60 pages into this, and I'm, again, enjoying it immensely. I'm on chapter 8 Oh, actually 67 pages in. Sorry. Chapter 8, page 67. And this cover underneath. Love a good stunning edition. But yeah, this was a new release that I was anticipating in the month of August. And so far, it's not letting me down, which is amazing. So I can't wait to see what goes on in this installment and how this one's gonna end. And it's actually the shortest book out of all three of them so far. I have book 1 on my bookshelf, but out of all three, book 3 is the shortest book, which has me a little nervous, but I'm excited nonetheless. So yeah, that is my reading update. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. Yeah, hopefully I'll finish this book not before work, because that will be a lot of pages. But I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go relax for a little bit now that I clean up my room, and I'm gonna go lay down before work. And I'll talk to you guys either at work or after work. And I hope you all have a great day or night or not. The choice is yours, and happy reading. Bye. Pass, pass. Oh, she's in the right spot. Let's go, 30. You see this cutie? What are you doing? You mad I'm not petting her? Say hello. I hear you growling. Hello. Say hello. You camera shy? Boop. Hi bookish friends, so as you can see from the last couple clips, we have finally finished Amari and the Despicable Wonders. I can see why this is not a trilogy, and I'm so happy that it's not a trilogy because oh my goodness, things have happened in this third installment at the very end. It was actually pretty kind of, or not pretty, but it was actually kind of funny, but also not really funny at the same time. It's funny for me because I didn't realize that a certain character died during one of the fighting scenes that we had, because that fighting scene for me was just a bit confusing just because I was listening to the audiobook, but that's like me thing, not the book thing. I didn't realize that one of my favorite characters died in here, and I'm so mad. Why, baby Allison? Why? I really enjoyed this. This is a solid 4-star read, maybe 5 stars. And with that, now that I've completed Amari and the Despicable Wonders, I just completed my 99th book of the year, and oh my gosh, this was so good. 4 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. I can't wait to talk about this in my September wrap-up. And what's funny is this will not only be in my September wrap-up now, but this will also be my September book haul. And for once, we are reading the books that we buy right away. So I did had my friends vote on my next read to make it my 100th book. So yes, I finished this really great installment. I'm mad that I have to wait a whole freaking year, almost 2.5 years for book 4. I'm not sure what the title of book 4 is going to be, but I have some theories and some clues because of the ending of this one. But I'm excited to see where we go in book 4, and I'm excited to see how Amari herself will grow. And I'm curious to see what will be the storyline and like the plot of this next installment. So Baby Allison, I'm curious to see what you have in store for book 4. Very exciting things happening in this one. 4 out of 5 stars. Happy I read it this week, and it's my first book for the weekend, so yay. So I had my friends vote on my 100th read of the year. I had my friends in my Crew Reads book club group chat vote for it, and these 3 books were the options for it. So I have Star Wars The High Republic Path of Vengeance by Kevin Scott. This is the next installment of the High Republic series that I need to read, and holy smokes, it's chunky. I do have the audiobooks for all 3 of these books checked out, so I will be happy with whatever wins. Also in that poll, I put Veilest Things by Chloe Gong in there. This is the sequel to Immortal Longings, which I read last summer and really loved. Gave the first book 5 stars, so I'm expecting the same thing with this one. And then, of course, another book that I bought this month, along with Veilest Things, was Shadows of Perl by J.L. Again, another sequel / second installment of the trilogy. So if I do read one of these 2 books, I will have to wait for the next installment. But if I do read this one, I do have the next installment of this series, so I could binge read it. I just read Cataclysm earlier this month. Spoiler alert for my September wrap-up. Really enjoyed that one. That was a 5-star read for me. So this one I hear is the most character death in here, so I'm nervous for this one. Also, I hear this book right here is when the series starts getting darker and darker, so nervous for that. But yeah, I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about Veilest Things and Shadows of Perl, both the sequels that I'm anticipating and that you guys are anticipating as well. I don't know. I have a poll. Let me look in my group chat and see what won, because I made my poll last night, I think, or early this morning. I can't remember. But let's go to my group chat. Let's see my poll. Oh, okay. So my friends have voted. Everybody in my group chat has voted for Shadows of Perl by JL. And then I know my friend Charlie said that she wanted me to read Path of Vengeance. So, ooh, that's hard. Maybe I'll ask my friend Taylor and my friend Liz to see which of these 3 books should be my 100th one. But yeah, I'll be right back and I'll let you guys know if they answer. If they don't, I'll let you guys know in the morning, because it is like 10 p.m. as I'm filming this. So have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Bye.